Good evening. My name is Amanda, and today I'll be talking to you about a popular personality test known as the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. The Washington Post estimates that the test is taken by 2.5 million people each year, including 89 of the Fortune 100 companies, to assess personality types in their employees. The reason the test is so popular is because we all have subtle preferences that we're not always aware of. And to test that, I'd like to do a little experiment. So if you'll open your arms wide and then clasp your hands together. And now do it again. Most likely, both times you have the same thumb on top, the same order of your fingers. So this time, I'd like you to do it again, but be conscious and put your non-dominant thumb on top. So do it again and switch the order of your fingers. It's hard, right? It feels weird, strange. It's because you have a natural preference for the order of your fingers, even though you're not necessarily aware of it. So, by the end of my speech today, you'll learn how this particular test can help you uncover those natural preferences and leverage them to get the most out of yourself at school, at work, and in your personal relationships. Over the next few minutes, I'll go over what the Myers-Briggs test is, who can use it, and how to apply it. In our overview of the Myers-Briggs test, the Center for the Application of Personality Type tells of Catherine Cook Briggs and her daughter-in-law, Isabel Myers, who developed the test based on Carl Jung's theory of personality type. When the U.S. entered World War II in the 1940s, many women entered the workforce for the first time. These women saw a need for a personality test to help these women find jobs that they were well suited for based on their personality. The test works by evaluating individuals based on 4 categories: where we get our energy from, how we take in information, how we make decisions, and how we organize our world. Therefore, your personality type is a series of 4 letters: E for extrovert or I for introvert, S for sensing or N for intuition, T for thinking or F for feeling, and P for perceiving or J for judging. The first step to find your type is to figure out whether you're an E or an I. Extroverts thrive on external stimuli and being in large groups of people, where introverts are stimulated by reflection and exploring ideas. The next step is to determine how you gather your information. Sensing people gather their information by looking at all the facts and concrete data, while intuitives focus on the bigger picture, and they're more comfortable with abstract ideas than dealing with details. To find T or F, ask yourself how you make decisions. Thinkers analyze all the data and make pros and cons lists. Feelers go with their gut and let emotions be their guide. And finally, a good question to determine P or J is how do you respond to deadlines? If you plan way ahead and get all of your work in on time, you're probably judging. But if you see deadlines as more of a suggestion than a hard and fast rule, you're probably perceiving. So now that we've looked at the Myers-Briggs and its 4 categories, let's take a look at who can benefit from exploring their type. For students, Dickinson College believes so much in the Myers-Briggs test that they offer it to their own students on the career assessment section of their website. It's to help students identify, kind of wade through the waters of the career options that are available to them. And through a series of preferential and situational questions, the Myers-Briggs can help students select a career that's a good fit for their personality makeup. For those in the workplace, you already know that communication is key at work. If your style clashes with your bosses, or you're assigned to work with a colleague that's difficult, or you have a new customer that's just pushing all your buttons, you may have to adapt your style to match theirs. And knowing and understanding your personality traits can help you to do that. Shifting gears a little, we've all heard that opposites attract in love relationships, and studies show that that's true. Couples with differing personality types can stimulate and challenge each other in ways that similar partners just can't. So we've seen who can benefit from knowing their type. Now we'll see how to apply that knowledge. Here at Valencia, we students have an opportunity to take the test based on the Myers-Briggs formula, as noted in the career assessment in Atlas. This test can put you in a position to explore more relevant career paths that will leverage your strengths. Beyond choosing a career path, The Myers-Briggs can create an effective personal branding strategy for job seekers at all levels. Branding is all about setting yourself apart, and the test can bring your unique talents to light, making you shine against the competition. The Myers-Briggs is a powerful way to discover one's individual preferences, but it's also interesting to see how two types come together. Regardless of the type combination, trust, communication, and respect can be enhanced by understanding ourselves and each other. Now that we've got some ideas on how to apply the test, I'll sum up what we've learned about the Myers-Briggs. In conclusion, the tool developed over 50 years ago as a way to help women enter the workforce has become the gold standard in personality tests. The test is taken by over 2 million people and 2/3 of the Fortune 100 companies each year. And the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator can be a useful tool for students, professionals, and anyone looking to improve their communication skills. Thank you.